Welcome, Joy.
Thank you, David. Nice to be here.
Oh, it's good to have you. So this is an enormous subject. I know we're only able to touch on parts of it, but the first thing I want to ask you about is how do we avoid an emergency situation for our parents, our spouse, by identifying up front in advance that there are issues or a need for help?
You know, it's no longer business as usual. When we're with each other, no matter if it's our spouse or our parents or someone else we love, we need to be observant. We need to be each other's watchdogs right out of the gate and begin the process of talking about things that may concern us. That's how we have to prepare. It's everybody's living longer, a third longer than they thought they would. So we have to be on guard all the time and just come from the place of, I don't need to help you if you don't need help, but I do want you to know I'm concerned.
Sure, and I want to know what's going on.
Exactly.
Communicate.
Yeah, and that means just asking questions, not making demands. You know, Mom, I see you walking slow over there. Well, that's not a good approach.
Right. Well, it's good. And now for the child that can't observe their parents in person, because, you know, we have people spread out all over the country. I read a statistic, and I don't have the quote, but it's a long distance, over 1,000 miles difference average between family members. So when you think about that people spread out all over the country, how can people plan for the care or potential care in the future, or even diagnose or assess their situation if they're not local?
Well, if we're on the phone with them all the time, and we even use those virtual meetings, and we're looking at Mom and Dad, and we think what we're seeing is the right thing, it's never the case. I hate to break it to all the long-distance people who live far away, but they're going to have to get on a plane or drive a car and be with their parents or their loved ones in person from time to time. There's no getting around it. Yeah. We need to check in with each other. So once that happens, we can begin to collect evidence. You see, we can't be talking about, hey, I read some article that said when you're 85, you should be doing this or that, and none of that counts anymore.
Well, what's interesting about that, Joy, is you mentioned evidence, and it may very well be the person from out of town that notices that evidence easier or better than the person that sees them every day.
That's exactly.
Because they're going to notice the difference.
Such a good point to make. Right. So the person who is local could say, I think this is going on. Right. Would you come on in and take a look for me?
If you would like more information about the topics and our guests featured in this series, please visit our website at PlanStrongerTV.com. Also, if you have a question you would like David to answer, please send it to questions@PlanStrongerTV.com.